everyone, I'm back for my Smackdown review. I'm sorry that I didn't get this up yesterday, but I didn't actually watch Smackdown until today because it was on late, like on Friday, and then I couldn't go to watch it, and I worked yesterday. So, yeah, I'm not going to take very long on this video because I have like some other stuff that I need to do today, but I actually really enjoyed Smackdown. Well, not like really enjoyed, it wasn't like amazing, but it was a lot better than the Smackdowns that I've seen recently. To start with, Rey Mysterio came out, and he came out with his family, and he introduced them and said that it was his daughter's birthday, so he, wanted it to make it a special day for her to remember, and then started getting the crowd to sing happy birthday to her. But before they could finish that, CM Punk and the Straight Edge Society came out. Punk carried on singing, which was like really disturbing, hearing CM Punk singing happy birthday. But he challenged Rey to a match at Wrestlemania, but that really didn't get a reaction from the crowd, to be honest, which was a bit weird, seeing as people really seem to be getting into their feud and are really, really behind Rey Mysterio, but they just didn't seem to really respond when he said that he challenged him. But then after that, he also said that he challenged him now, but Rey Mysterio was like, no, because his family were in the ring. CM Punk started calling Rey Mysterio a coward and trying to like goad him into fighting, basically, and then he slapped Rey in the face, but Rey Mysterio and his family just left. Rey didn't like retaliate to him. And then The Miz came out and said that him and Big Show are the best, or the last great tag team, and that at WrestleMania they will show Morrison and R-Truth what they can do because they are awesome. So then the first match was The Miz versus R-Truth. This wasn't a bad match, to be honest. The Miz has the advantage for quite a long time in this match. Does a backbreaker and a neckbreaker. He goes to, towards the end, he does the pin attempt with his feet up on the ropes, but Daniel Bryan, who's his NXT rookie, knocks his feet off. So obviously the crowd, that was actually really good. Then obviously Miz is furious, and then he turned around and R-Truth hit him with a lie detector to get the win. So obviously they are trying to build up this tag team match. I think it's probably going to be a bit better now. So yeah, so that was the first match. The second match was Drew McIntyre versus Aaron Bollo. Exactly, who on earth is that? And yeah, so he's got another Money in the Bank qualifying opportunity, which is just ridiculous. To be honest, he's when they're saying, oh, he's still undefeated, it's like, no, you're not. Just because they're trying to erase it from the record books, you have been defeated. So that was a Money in the Bank qualifier and a match for the Intercontinental title. Well, seeing as nobody even knew who this person was, who he was facing, well, I didn't anyway, but he got no reaction. Drew McIntyre just did some clotheslines and the Future Shock DDT for the win. So Drew McIntyre is the 9th person to get into Money in the Bank. The third match was Big Show versus John Morrison, and this was actually a pretty good match. Because, ages ago, when Big Show was against anyone, like a smaller opponent, he really used to, show how much bigger he was and, used to dominate the match a lot. But nowadays, he doesn't seem to. He just, but in this match, he really did. He was really throwing Morrison around, doing headbutt slaps and stuff. Just, big booted Morrison out of the ring, which is good. Morrison fights back for a bit. He counters a choke slam and hits a kick to the head. He does a missile dropkick and the Shining Wizard, but that only gets a 2 count. And then he goes to do the flying chuck, but Big Show hits a knockout punch while he's in the air, which was really nice. So Big Show got the win. That was good. The fourth match, SmackDown's just all matches. There's really hardly any actual segments. But yeah, the fourth match was the Hart Dynasty versus Crime Time, and I was like, oh, I don't really care about this match. The match has hardly been going for any time at all, and then Undertaker's gong went off, and the lights went out, and then Undertaker was in the ring, and he just went mad and just attacked everyone in the ring. So I was like, okay then. But I've got to say, the video packages for WrestleMania, advertising the Shawn Michaels and Undertaker match are so good, honestly. Even though I've seen them all loads of times now, I still don't skip them and just watch them. They're just really good. Just had to put that in there. Match number 5 was Michelle McCool versus Tiffany, because Tiffany said now that she's on Smackdown, not ECW anymore, she's actually going to be a competitor. So Vicky Guerrero put her in a match against Michelle McCool. And actually, she wasn't doing too bad, to be honest, because normally with women's matches, I was like, oh, this sucks. But she wasn't actually doing too bad. She did a couple of knockdowns, threw Michelle out of the ring, was rammed her head into the apron a few times, and she was going to do something or other, but then Vicky Guerrero interfered and knocked Tiffany down. Vicky Guerrero looked like she was almost going to fall over because she rammed into her so hard. But yeah, so obviously the match was, Michelle was disqualified. So Michelle, attacked Tiffany in the ring, but then Beth Phoenix comes out and knocks Michelle and Layla out of the ring, and then goes after Vicky Guerrero and knocks her down, and then Vicky Guerrero leaves the ring when Michelle and Layla save her. So obviously, hopefully, that will probably be setting up at WrestleMania. It'll be Beth Phoenix versus Michelle McCool, and I hope Beth Phoenix wins because she's awesome and Michelle isn't. Match 6, the final match of the show, was Luke Gallows versus Kane. I really don't like Luke Gallows, to be honest. I just find him quite dull. obviously everyone was really behind Kane in this match. There was actually like loads of like Kane chants. I know Kane's obviously still popular, but to be honest, he doesn't really get that much of a reaction, but in this match he really was. Towards the end, Kane does the big boot and the sidewalk slam. He goes to hit the flying clothesline. Well, he does hit the flying clothesline, and he goes for the choke slam, but then CM Punk interferes and actually does the go to sleep on Kane, which looks pretty cool. And then Rey Mysterio comes out and goes after Punk, and they like brawl on the outside and whatever, but then Rey Mysterio gets like restrained to like CM Punk like leaves. So obviously again, that's all building up to the Wrestlemania match. And then the final segment on the show was Chris Jericho's highlight reel, and his guest was Edge, and I thought this was a really good segment. I've got to say though, that spear chant is like really annoying already. It's only been going for like 1 week, but it's like, shut up. When Edge was just going, oh, I hit you with a move, I can't think what it's called. Spear. What was it again? Spear. It's like, ugh, shut up. It's almost as bad as that old what? Well, it's not old because they still do it, like Stone Cold Steve Austin. He used to say what after everything. It's, yeah, coming like devil with that. I've seen lots of people who think that was really awesome, so it's so irritating. Basically, Edge says the only highlight, because obviously it's called the highlight reel, Edge said the only highlight is the fact that he seems to keep hitting Jericho with the spear. Jericho says that Edge always gets injured at opportunities when he could go on to be great, and Edge says, yeah, he's injured, but he takes risks, and that's why he gets injured, and he doesn't regret any of that. Jericho says Edge can't do anything on his own. It's like funny, but he said, oh, you know, the best part of that, you know, the time when you're greatest was when you're with Vicky Guerrero. And then we were like laughing about that, and Edge says, oh yeah, you know, you always have like the girlfriend you regret. In Jericho's case, it was Big Show, which was quite funny. And then Jericho just says that bad things happen to Edge when he's around. YJ says Edge is still injured, like at the moment, he's, you know, just not facing up to that, and that he will beat and re-injure Edge at WrestleMania. Edge says he will beat Jericho with a spear. Then YJ hits Edge in the face with the microphone and like hits him with one of the stools, which is like part of like the highlight reel set. He goes to throw him through the like Geritron TV, but then Edge hits like the execution, and he's setting him up for the spear. But Jericho has got the title belt, and when he goes to the spear, he like clocks Edge over the head with it, and it looks really good, that spot. And it's really good to actually see Jericho get some like offense or whatever in this actual feud, because so far it's just been completely Edge. Edge just keeps hitting him with a spear. So for, you know, Jericho to actually, yeah, you know, come out on top was like, I thought it was really good. Then of course then he started like the spear chant, which was a good finish to the show. So I actually enjoyed Smackdown. I thought it was pretty good. But yeah, so I'm sorry that I've kind of like rushed through this, but like I said, I've got some other bits and bobs to do, and like I said on my last video, I won't be able to do a Raw review at least until later on in the week, so I apologise for that, but I'll either do a separate Raw review or I'll just combine like Raw and Smackdown. I bought Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 for the Xbox, and I'm hopeless at it. That's like really random information. Thanks to those of you who did add me on. I'm assuming that it's going to be you guys who added me on the Xbox, because not many other people would, so thank you for that. But yeah, I'm all for the Modern Warfare. I just did like a team deathmatch or whatever, and I got 1 kill. Everyone else got like 50. But yeah, so I'm going to go now. But yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!